Kia ora, nau mai, haere mai. Welcome back to Flagstaff Park here in Kirikiri, Hamilton. It is round one of Waikato Rugby, Club Rugby. It is Division 1B game between the visitors from the Mountain Men, Pirongia, taking on the hosts, Suburbs. My name is Bevan Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. I'll be your commentator. As Ron Sargent, who's the referee today, gets us underway. Suburbs take it 5 metres outside their 22. Comes to the left. All is called to the winger and it's straight in front of him and it's been missed. No chance there for Ethan Foley to pull that one in. And apologies, I've just realised that the camera's frozen. First club game of the season, just working out some kinks. There's a throw here. The Suburbs goes to the front, and it's been lost out the back, and is into touch. It's been knocked on, so it'll be an option here. Scrum a line out, and Suburbs have asked for a scrum. Just due to the picks of, so it's Pirongia that's called for the scrum, not Suburbs. So Pirongia, 12 metres inside their own half, 15 in from touch. So Tom Kirkbride is number 9 on my team list, but he's wearing 17. The joys of Bees Rugby. No weight in the scrums is Sakovi Radaveta. Breaks off, gets up towards the halfway line. They come towards the right. Little kick through inside the half. And it's not going to go out, so it won't be a 50-22. Suburbs get back there though. There with the number 14 of Ethan Foley. I do apologise, I said it was him that got the rough pass earlier. And it's been knocked on, so Suburbs will have a scrum. 8 in from touch. 5 metres inside their own 22. Big thanks to Rob Shannon, who's in on camera today again. Said to him, I'll come commentate 3 games if you can be cameraman. He obliged. That's what I like about you, Rob. As first off runner might be there for the left winger of Luke Graham. As it's been turned over, but illegally. Suburbs have a relieving penalty. Conditions, well, it has clouded over. It hasn't warmed up much. Almost thought of grabbing my jersey in between games. As this hasn't found touch. It's been knocked backwards by both Pirongia and Suburbs by the look of things. Be with Pirongia on the halfway line. Kick right out to Radaveta. He gets the ball away. They're inside the Suburbs half. Another run-off runner for Pirongia. They're making metres here though, the Mountain men. And Suburbs have turned it back over. 2 early turnovers, 1 apiece. Suburbs up over their 10-metre line. Now they're going to come right. It's lost out the back, cleaned up by Suburbs. Pirongia there to meet them. Now they come left. Shuffling the ball along. Pirongia trying to pinch it and they get the penalty. Not releasing it in the ball carrier, not releasing is the call. It'll be penalty 4 metres inside the half of Suburbs. The James Finch to clear the line. Just waiting to see where this line out is going to form. Reminder about the change of rules this season. Change of law. If the throw is not straight and uncontested, play on. If it is contested and not straight, it's a free kick. Instead of the scrum and scrum or line out option. And the other change with that is that you can't take a scrum from a free kick anymore. So it'll be the first throw here for Sean Scott to throw. Goes to the front, it's cleaned up by Pirongia. Finch loses it backwards. Gets the offload away, it's then knocked on, ends up in the hands of the number 4 for Suburbs. It was Caleb Armstrong. It's hot potato stuff. Bounce forward, no, it's been knocked on. It's a bit messy from both sides there. And Pirongia will have a scrum on their own 10-metre line. Are you listening to a documentary now, Rob, or not yet? You've had what, 85 minutes to get something going?
Every bit I find anything that's taken my fancy.
That is always key. So not just listening to something, but listening to something that'll
I've done all the medieval histories of Europe, or I'm not sure what I'm going to go on to next.
I've been doing a bit of crime history on YouTube. Found a few podcasts and that. They've been quite interesting.
Okay.
Along with my
I'll
old
take that under advisement there.
along with my old reruns of Shorten Street. Golden Oldie scrums. We're under play-on conditions due to Pirongia not being able to field a scrum option. As they get up towards the 10-metre line of Suburbs. Now there for the no number. I'm working with the options I was given last night. I do apologise. They're 5 metres outside the 22. There for Kerwin Ellis. And Pirongia with another penalty. Just outside the 22. Radaveta goes himself. 5 metres inside the 22. One off runner goes. Back into contact. Now they're going to keep it in tight still, Pirongia. 10 out from the line. Now they're for Radaveta. Gives us dummies and goes. Good tackles coming in from Suburbs though. Number 10, wide long ball out to Finch. And Finch is almost there as he. And we'll just wait and see what Ron Sargent says. no touch judge.
I got it, buddy.
Looks as though Finch was held up in goal. So it's a goal line dropout. Rule changed a couple of seasons ago. It's ugly, it's off the pads. It's played on by everybody. And I think Suburbs have backed up with it. That one might make the highlights. It's a kick in field here from Suburbs. At the back there for Jack Pitcon. There's the number 10 of Kerwin Ellis. He puts a kick over the heads of Suburbs. Was back there with the first 5 of Liam Wade. Tries to find a ball. It's a loose ball and it's messy. And I think it's been knocked on into touch. It has. So Pirongia will have the options of a scrum or a line out. Looks as though Pirongia will have a choose for a scrum. Don't forget, this is game 2 of 3 today between these two clubs. Game number 3 coming up at 2:45 local time, with Mulu Shield defending champions Suburbs taking on Pirongia. Pleasure to have your company, folks, wherever you're tuned in. Bevan Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting with you for this one. A scrum 5 metres in from touch, 15 out from the line. Radaveta goes himself. Nice little short ball. Shrugs off, get out of my way, mate, he says. The quarter, 6 metres out from the line. Quick ball to the left here. Ellis goes through a hole. And Kerwin Ellis will open up the account. It's 5-0, kick to come. Well, it looked as though Kerwin Ellis was going to go for the wide options. They might have had an overlap on the left side, but as we should see in the replay in a moment. No, that's not wanting to work for me. I apologise if the replay's not working, but I clipped it so it will make the highlights. Just followed the hole and went through the gap that was left. And as extra 2 is added, Pirongia 7-0, and we've had 11.5 gone first half. One of the highlights of the match posted to Bev's Broadcasting official Facebook page in coming days. I've actually still got a cricket game I haven't done highlights for that ended the club season last Saturday. I've still got another cricket game to finish off the season tomorrow at Keith Hay Park in Mount Roskill, Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. As the restart from Suburbs is a long one. Taken inside the 22 here for Pirongia. And it's going to be kicked out into the half, and we'll just check and see. There's a bit of argument going on between whether he is inside or not, and the call is that he was. So the line out here for Suburbs will be 8 metres inside the half. Here for Pirongia, Scott to feed short line out off the top. Kirkbride to Ellis to try score it. Dummies and goes. Gets brought down eventually. 9 metres inside the Suburbs half. They come right. Short ball again. Both teams going with short balls. One-off runners. Still going strong. Now 15 inside the half. Penalty advantage coming. Pick and go through the middle. With the right goes Kirkbride. And I'll come back to the penalty. Offside going against the number 10 of Liam Wade. There's Ron Sargent just calling time off to talk to Pirongia. As James Finch looks as though he wants to kick to the line. A heavily strapped left boot, which is what it comes off. It hasn't found touch though. Suburbs just on that far touch, just inside their own 22. Goes to the right. There's advantage being played the way of Suburbs for offside. And that's what they'll come back to. First penalty for Suburbs this half. And the defending players from Pirongia just up a bit too quick there. Suburbs fine touch this time, and they'll have a throw 3 metres inside their own half. If you've got any thoughts, comments or questions, put them in the chat folks. I'll get round to them when I see them, and if I don't in commentary, I'll always go back and acknowledge them. There's Hayden Plale to throw. One there in the middle from Suburbs. Wasn't picked up cleanly though. So they haven't gained any metres. There with the lock of Keanu Hodgson. And not rolling is the call. And it's gone against Suburbs. Sealing off is the call. And it looks as though James Finch will look to clear the line. As that one has gone dead. So a mistake here from Pirongia. And it'll be a scrum back 9 metres inside the Suburbs half. Sponsors Day here at Suburbs. Golden Oddie scrum as we are under game on conditions. There's a skip pass out here to Kahu Bishop Waiwai. Now for the right hand winger, he's going to kick it downfield. Goes Ethan Foley. Going back as the fullback Jake picked on. And he does a really good nudge under, just under the wheel. His line under what was quite good pressure. That picked on. Line out throw. 3 metres outside the Pirongia 22. Pirongia just being asked to open up the gap a bit more. There's a throw to the back. Greenland goes himself. And the pick and go for the base of this ruck Up towards the 22 they go. Knocked on in the tackle by the look of things. And that is what is being called by Ron Sargent. Do you have to grow the potatoes as well, Andrew? Is that what's taking you so long to get the chops?
You know I can't multitask, Ben.
Keep right feeds. They go blind here. Through the number 10. He's going to put a chip through to Alice, the try scorer. Now it's going to be a return kick. And it's out on the full. So Pirongia win that battle.
Dad, can you give him the tip already?
As Pirongia, the Wonder line out to the right. There for the number 7 of Josh Smith, still going strong over the 22. Wide-ranging ball out to this right wing, and it's left everybody behind it. I'm just waiting to see what the call is. It's going to be a scrum. No, it's a penalty actually, sorry. I'm not too sure what's happened there. But Ron Sargent's picked something up on that far side. There's a short nudge into touch from Suburbs. I'll have a line out midway 10 metre line and 22. So it's scrappy, and Pirongia have actually capitalised on this. So they've got it on the Suburbs 22 here. There for the look of Caden Easterbrook. Kirkbride goes left. Alice out to the fullback there. Been left behind by Pitcon. And in the end it's into touch. And Pirongia have gone quickly and then they stopped. And they've got back to the line out. As play on is the call. And it looks as though Pirongia have actually taken a player out in the line out, so Suburbs have got the penalty. They've gone quickly here, Suburbs. On their own 10 metre line. Little short ball there to a running Hayden Playle, wearing 2. They come left. Nice little ball along the ground, but under advantage that was knocked on, so a penalty advantage going against Pirongia for offside again. And it's golden oldie scrum. Why not go that way with the option? Just under the new community law changes this season, you can still take a scrum from a penalty, but you can't from a free kick. They can go from the base of the ruck, base of the scrum, sorry. There's number 8. Nice ball out to the right hand wing. Touch and go. Has not been taken out. It's been knocked into touch off Kerwin Ellis. And no, it's been knocked on first from Suburbs, so Pirongia will have the scrum feed. So come right here, Pirongia. Nice cut ball from Ellis. Finding a couple of runners here. Caught 15 metres inside the half, still for Pirongia. Now they come right. Boot to ball with a bit of a gurry on. And Suburbs slip over. It's been knocked backwards. Cleaned up by the centre of Lawrence Paiko. The Suburbs, they're just inside the Pirongia half. But they can see the penalty. Not releasing is the call. It's been we've had a couple of spots actually, I should say. It hasn't been a clear day. We have had a few spots amongst all the rain that happened last night. Good judge of rain. The amount of rain that hit the country last night was the fact that the One Day International at Bay Oval in Mount Maunganui was delayed by an hour and a half. New Zealand batting first. They've already lost Nick Kelly early, I noticed. Sean Scott to feed this line out. 12 metres inside Suburbs half. Goes over the back. Cleaned up by Suburbs. Says get off one. Big tackle coming in though. There with the loose head of Cody. Don't have a last name for him, sorry. So it comes left. Bit of a worm burner out the back. And it's been picked up by Suburbs, is it? And it looks as though actually it's been a knock on. So Pirongia will have a scrum 11 metres inside the Suburbs half. Game on, brought in a few seasons ago now for grades up to Premier level. If the side's unable to field a front row, go golden oldies instead of a default. As Radavena goes himself for the third time off the scrum. Good, don't argue, in there. They stick left, ball out there to Finch. Does a great catch on the ground there. Now through Pitcon. But Suburbs have turned it over through Liam Wade. And it's messy. And it's a penalty for grabbing the head. Well, that's an interesting one. Head obviously above the shoulders in most cases. That's a good point. I saw you laughing. A little bit of help there from one of the Pirongia players. Of course, now in club rugby, it's got to be tackled below the sternum. Where's the ball, please? The kid's got it. Just waiting for the ball to be returned. Sorry, I was just trying to help out the game being sped up. As play to throw. Pirongia asked to open the gap. They do. Ball goes to the front. Comes out towards the left there for Malachi Laird. They go left again. Oh, it's come off the chest. And it's been knocked on both ways by the look of that. And this time, Pirongia will have a scrum feed 7 metres inside the Suburbs half. Sun started to shine now at Flagstaff Park in north of Hamilton. Ellis, wide ball out to the number 12 of Kingston Grant, still going, brought down 8 metres short of the 22. Now comes to the right, Ellis again, through the hands of Scott. Just outside the 22 now, they come open, Ellis. Miss out ball. It's been messy. Picked up by Suburbs. Play on is the call. There's no point ducking when it's 3 metres above you. As the whistle goes. A couple of the reserves just walking past trying to duck underneath your camera there, Rob.
They just made it.
They just made it. They only had 2 metres to clearance. It's always great doing community sport and amongst the crowd as well. So have started to turn up here on day one of Waikato Club Rugby for 2025. My 6th rugby season doing this live streaming. Started off with Pirongia Rugby and Sports, the Green Machine, my hometown. And I've done mostly Waikato for the last 5 years. As right over goes again, and he was held. No release is the call. So Suburbs will have a relieving penalty here. And a kick into touch. The toucher didn't have to move very far. It was straight over his head. And Suburbs will have a line out throw 4 metres inside Pirongia's half. No change to the opening try from Kerwin Ellis. Converted it. James Finch, converted it. 7-0 as we're near half time. Ball taken. There's another messy line out. Now it's broken up here for Caleb Armstrong. They shift it right. Malachi Laird goes himself. They switch play to the left. A few players slipping over at the moment. And the ball's gone out the back. Players overrun it. And it's into touch by the look of things. Yeah, the flag is up. Far side. It'll be a Pirongia throw to the line out. Gone over the back. Claimed there by the player in the headgear. He's still standing in the tackle. Eventually brought to ground. 5 metres inside Pirongia's 22. They go blind. They told to release the tackler. He does. Therefore, fail. Still going, getting the legs moving. Under advantage. Pick and go from the base of the ruck. Another pick and go from Suburbs. They're 15 out from the line. In front of the horns. Now it's Wade. Ball out the back. It might have been knocked on there. It has. And then we're under advantage. There's this time off on Sargent, who's been refereeing in the Waikato for a while. He's been based, he's usually based in Te Awamutu. Rugby's not, certainly not short of characters, and he's definitely one of them. As there's a time off for an injury. As I said earlier, it is Sponsors Day here at Flagstaff.
So that's against it to the Saturday night match good like that. Sketches in 73rd minutes. Twist contract, quick left, burst fix, twist. Burst and tries, try up, pulling, come up, then tries go up, then start, backward, method, the yard celebration, tip construction. Blocking up flats, connected, no amateur twist, extract electrical, and lock cement construction. The lemon out to the twists. Grabbing the flip in his foot. Legs filter, and nothing serious is yet. So you can back over it, let Matt see the pace himself considers to get him. I still take 10 minutes out to the year. To this in Paris. It's clear of you, Clutch, these isn't coming out. And I suspect to going out. 7 minutes out to the year. So I said, first 3 versions of that. Division good back, Premiership, and the P9% plus, in the Championship. First I see P9 back in sight to close. 2023 is a virtually clear. The 2022 is the third time. Starters, Suburbs. Space not out to the after I'm done. Put that to church. 22. We get the cap to Zone Rush, that's a little look. To black out. To our kick. So then you have half so that's better on the back. First time up there. Pulling out kick, then over the under. Just let me say no parts is over so that's and look through. And then look through the church. And the circus has also clear. Clear back. Clear tap. Colors. The very good on sticks. There's blue and lamp so
Kimaono, welcome back. Second half action is, well, I think we might have a bit of an infringement of the kickoff. Slightly, he was maybe 3 metres in front from Pirongia. So Suburbs going to have a scrum on their own halfway line.
Oh mate, good luck.
Alright, still uncontested scrums. So here for Pirongia, for Suburbs, sorry, they go right. Little chip through. It's claimed there by Finch, but oh boy! Wacky do time! Big tackle coming in. They still have it, Pirongia. Midway 22, 10 metre line, still on their side of half. And still retaining ball. I thought it might have just bobbled on the Suburbs side, but it didn't. They've gained a couple more metres. Under offside advantage, Pirongia. Can't miss Ron Sargent's calls when he calls them as loud as he does. Little ship hit through here. As I said, under advantage. Might have popped up Pirongia's way, it has. But then Suburbs have stolen it back. Good old bakery. Turnovers of plenty. Up over the 10 metre line, still back inside Pirongia's half. They come left. There for Laird. Big tackle. Oh, ball and all tackle, that one. They've kicked it forward here for the right winger of Ethan Foley. Actually, it was the fullback, but he's going to score. And Jake Pickon, nice kicking regather, and the second try goes to Pirongia. 12-0 kick to come. It was almost a nothing kick, just inside his own half. The bounce of an oval ball will do anything it likes. And set up for him perfectly. James Finch, left-footed kicker. And slots it perfectly. 14-0 Suburb Pirongia lead. We've had 4 minutes gone, second half. Restart from Suburbs. Might have claimed it. No, they haven't. They've knocked it on. So Pirongia. No, this is gone, but Pirongia will have a scrum feed 12 metres inside their own half stall. It's been a messy start to this one. Ron Sargent refereeing his 4th game of rugby today. There was a first 15 schools carnival that they normally hold about just before the Easter holidays. He's already refereed 3 games today.
Seems to go in the middle, but it's like a pirate, isn't it?
Looks like a pirate? Oh, sorry. I knew what you meant by pirate, yeah. Ball comes back to the first 5. Nice wrap-round ball. See, Kevin Ellis kicks, so it's been charged. And then Suburbs does quite well, and now they get the foot into touch. Pirongia trying to go quickly, but 2 players from each team within the lineouts, so must have it. It's a fair throw here for Sean Scott. Do hear that Suburbs got 11 players on their bench, so I do apologise if the numbers I say are wrong. As the ball goes over the back, claimed by the number 8 of Radavera. Comes to the left. Therefore, Bishop Waiwai. I've lost a couple of metres here, Pirongia. They're back on to the Suburbs 10. So it's a loose ball cleaned up by Bishop Waiwai. And Pirongia have turned it over. No, Suburbs, sorry, have turned it over. Look at the wrong team sheet. And they'll win a penalty. Pirongia looking for territory now. Good nudge towards the 22. The line out will take place 15 metres inside Pirongia's half. They've gone quickly here, Suburbs. And it's turned over here by Pirongia. And a penalty the way of Suburbs. "15 metres inside the half." Gone quickly here, Suburbs. Up towards the 22. Pirongia there for the lock. Number 5 of Keanu Hodgson. And this has gone again. It looks as though there'll be a card here. Yep. It's a card here for, I think it's the number 13 of Lance Pico. It's off for 10. No, it's the number 19, which to my sheet says Richard Hayes. He's only just come onto the field as well. And Suburbs on the Pirongia 22, they've opted for a scrum. Not a surprise under Golden Oldies conditions. Next week, Suburbs head to Patararu in a replay of last year's Mulu Shield final. Both A's, B's and women's in action. Unfortunately, that won't be live streamed. Come to the left here, Suburbs. Through the number 15. Nice ball out to the number 22, who is not what I've got on the sheet. As Pirongia trying to get in there and disrupt, but you can no longer play the player at playing halfback. Play on is the call. It's a new law that's coming. This is a pick and go, big tackle coming in. After the 22, he steps inside. Brought down 6 metres out from the line. Now they come right. Bishop Waiwai. They're getting up towards the line here. Suburbs. Just fallen short. Gone blind, gone to the open side. Ron Sargent looking. Now it's out to Ben White in front of the horns. And are they over?
Someone says in that call. That's good material. Okay. What is probably that's not too much out of sounds good. Feeling solid. As a son of the spirit. So that's still for the pool out for an idea. That's out. Pitch to the left. 6-12 to the left. And this is how this look. So you're trying to stretch the kind of still feeling out. Just still holding on and hit the toe. So something I have to go 16 hours so but with some people have looked at how to throw them out. Captain captain talks on inside it. So clean up the outside. I should have just said that's what I like to know. That's a little careful. And this is good upon. And you can flex the problem. Which is not too much like the second this week. It was put in the second class with the whole out the first time. The other time was in third class how the second time. What no one wants to do than sniff them to there's a kid out of the Saturday right on. Not like the first right over and off the line in that position so they just dropped the spot around it. The body up to home. I was told to do. It's another Adam. Stay the top 4 matches because back up in. There's a third turn next to its weapon. There's a turn in the back half. 10 seconds. Put up the point out. The seconds cannot turn the ball. There should be one button for Pirongia. The left hand is going to constant ball. There are a couple of hours. The left hand will help you. After the second. Run it out. After it to the touch. So that's another. Run and out. With our future. So that's a bit up to the real out. The type of thing that is still to my world. So now it's like the world. Well, that's such a long after good to us. Look to the top from my ear. And then I thought to them. Can I have a bit of sit-ups? It's a sit-ups to lay the front foot. I started with the performance of the out. The other spread and the managed and sit. So that's it. That's not just last year. Which is about shows the evidence here. The other shoot is on the champions, sit-ups. The division leader has the opportunity to catch on movement. It's out. And I realize that we're a bit of luck. Long enough to the opportunity to catch out. But when you know you're going to. So that's if it's good, that's all. You can put a picture and catch out. Don't put one on the handle. And then the camera. But you're like, no, all out. Just not the notes huge. With the zero, with the camera. One with the chance. With one with the substance, one camera. One punch out for one with the camera. Spend and you also have to pull out some nice structures as well. So we live a couple episode. Like I said, I feel like so it is to be a person to do that. But the other position is a cold facility. It's not that amount. But I was not told to just to cut. So, somebody church doesn't have to lose for the church. But in my local, the first so I'm sure that you're going to have to feel it's nothing. And the victory to that's what that matter. Just so that's to live with that, good to live with that. To the power of the and I just tell you what I'm looking at. It's not allowed. But that's the issue to come up as a good circuit. Nothing really is. But sometimes it you hope to that church is that you're not. It's good for us to say that's for others. Shoot us, and how to say it is. Probably not. This will be us in the Sarah. There's a channel here. Sarah, so there's a color. And when you do, until Let's go back there. Let's see this. Let's get this straight. Let's fight. Let's shoot it right here. See it. Yeah, I can get some nice stuff here. Let's finish it here. That's the couple still. Actually, there's a house. Let's watch the pair. It's just to check that's the post and position first with black and put on balance as to what they want to go here. Before actually, and we didn't start with it. That's really well. That's the rest of the back. To the left. Sure, down up here now. To the left half of the left one. Over to the right. And the seven says channel 11. W broadcast here. Number 200 from the right. So that's a little bit closer to the right. Hopefully I have it behind the mouth. Yeah, yeah. Toast no talk. I need not walk to see this law. So that's a lot of talk on another. You're not sure. So nice to be left in this not talk. So check it here. I'm on the floor. Just over on the floor. There's a surface. To the back. Just over this one. So another studio back. 10 minutes to go here. To walk up here. To church. This is a church. So that's about it. That's it. Very happy church. Just here. So the church and then it's into that. So that's. So on the back. From that here. Very out. Still so here. It's gonna turn here. Let's hope so nice out to the tractor. It's off at this point. I thought it's for the trouble out. Oh, I suppose that might be out.
Pirongia win their own line out. Running ball here from Redoveta. Isn't side away at all, the number 8. And someone very cynical there from Suburbs. He's had a giggle, he knows he's in trouble. Yep. He just couldn't resist, even the touch, he's having a good laugh. Slightly offside. Slightly. Just a few metres. Pirongia, they spend a lot of time in their own red zone. They'll have a line out, bang on the halfway line. Remember live streaming and commentating the last Roller Mills competition back in 2019 at St Peter's School in Cambridge. And all the referees thought they could be the TMO, and I said, nah mate, I'm a former referee myself, so if anyone's being TMO, I'll do it. As that one is deemed uncontested, so it play on, but now Suburbs, they win a penalty. So that's the difference there. It was not straight, but as Suburbs lifter was late to being lifted, uncontested, so play on is the call. And Suburbs have gone to a scrum. 13 minutes left in this one. 2:45 on another live stream link to be the Division 1A link. I can guarantee you, we had a few problems earlier this morning, just before kick-off. Had a bit of technical difficulties, we'll say. Uncontested scrums as Johnson feeds. Break off here for off the back of the scrum. Now it's Bishop Waiwai. Come to the left. Yep, that is a penalisable offence. The player wearing number 1's gone straight in with the forearm there, carrying the ball. So it'll be a penalty here for Pirongia. Pirongia got a line out here, 6 metres outside the Suburbs 22. They claim the line out. There for Redoveta. Yeah, Suburbs might have turned this over, they haven't. Come left again to Alice. There with Hayden Bear. I say thanks to him for helping me out with the pronunciation of his name. There's an E on the end of his. It's a short ball there to Kingston Grant. Alice. There with a big running ball of Sean Scott. They come right again. Loose ball there to Sam Kirkbride, the captain. Being told to release the ball carrier, under advantage for slowing the ball down. And a pick and go from the base of the ruck. And they'll play the advantage. Thought I'd advance my clock so it does show 10 minutes to play. So there's 1A team warming up not far from me. They kick off at 2:45 in just under half an hour. Scrum feed here for Pirongia, 5 metres inside the 22 of Suburbs. It's claimed there in the middle, and they're going to go into the maul. I think it's the first maul from a line out we've seen today. Didn't go far though. Ellis, that's a Radavera. Radavera only knows one way, that's straight, he's broken 3 tackles. 6 metres, brought down 6 metres short of the line. They come left again. Goes lateral, but big tackles coming in from Suburbs. They force them back 5 or so metres. Finding some good runners here, Pirongia, but just can't find a hole. There we go, now the hole's found for Pirongia. Gets a good offload away. Well, I thought it was, but it was forward. And Suburbs will have a scrum 15 metres out from their own line. Yes, there's a couple of players down injured at the moment. Pataluru had beaten Leamington in the Division 1B competition 53-5. And the Black Caps have just lost their 3rd wicket. Reece Maru scoring 58 and is only his 2nd international. The Black Caps batting first, 103 for 3 in the 21st over. Playing Pakistan in the 3rd one-day international. Sponsors Day here at Flagstaff Park. Can't run sports and organisations without the generosity of local businesses. Apex Property Group, Collingwood's Cross Country Equipment, Grassroots Trust, ICE Interiors, J-Mark Plumbing, Jim Wright Motor Group, Joe's Garage, Lone Star, Mackerel Murcott, the Lion Foundation, Tilp Construction, Waikato Trades Collective, Well Energy Trust, XP Electrical, last and definitely not least, Wright Civil Construction. More sport coming up tomorrow, 9 o'clock, New Zealand time. It's the Auckland Marathi Season 4 final from Keithay Park, Auckland, at Roskill, home of Eden Roskill Cricket Club, where I've spent the last 2 summers at. So the scrum feed, 15 out from their own line here, Suburbs. They're definitely going to go right. Dummies, gets the ball away eventually. Brought down just short of the 22. They go right again, dummy and go. Gets out of 1, brought down in a 2nd tackle. Now they shift play to the left. They've got a couple of numbers here if they can use it. They do. Good tackle coming in as Suburbs get up towards their own 10-metre line. They try and go blind again, but nothing to play with. So they switch to the right. And Suburbs, Pirongia have turned this over. Some good tackles coming in from Suburbs having to change from attack to defence. Now they're to a new player on the field. And it's time off for something, sorry, not too sure what it is. Teams, well, there's a scrum now for Pirongia. on the Suburbs 10 metre line. They're going to come right. Ellis is going to put a little chip in through. And so taken on the 22, but no mark claimed. He's out of a couple. Ball over the top. Some good pick up there from the number 13. But in the end, he's thundled into touch. Rob Shannon's lost his stuff about that pick up. As he should. Well, I think it was lower than his bootstraps, to be fair. It was almost at the worm's ankles, I think. Nearing full time here, it's 14-7. Half-time score of 7-0. It was knocked on into touch, so looks as though Suburbs will have a scrum on their own 10 metre line. Going to go blind. Here for one of the reserves. Nice ball out the back, and then he's knocked it on into touch. It'll be a scrum here for Pirongia. It's a good little move, but the number 23 is just lost a bit of his footing. So near the end of this Division 1B game, round 1, week 1 for Waikato Club Rugby. As they go to the backs here, Ellis looking at his options. He gives the ball off to his second 5. Bit of a no argue, but Suburbs in there arguing with them. They're still moving strong though. Brought down 5 metres side of halfway, and it's collapsed small. Still time to play by the look of things. Suburbs will have a scrum in the midfield, a metre short of the halfway. So 3-3 split. First 5 out to the left, and that's where they're going to come. Finds a player on the inside. Number 15, cutting back in field. Pirongia trying to disrupt it. They've fallen off their feet though. So the number 11 for Suburbs taps and goes. It's going to kick it downfield. And I'm not too sure what's has been pulled up there, but Suburbs still with the penalty. They'll have the opt for a scrum, golden oldies, so why not? 11 metres inside the half of Pirongia. This time they've gone for the 5-1 split to the right. Not surprising they're going that way. Good one tackle in there from Pirongia though. So just about up on the time. And Pirongia, they've stolen it back and they've kicked it out. Let's see what Ron Sargent says. He says that is full time. And Pirongia, in what has been an arm wrestle here, have won this one 14-7. We'll be back shortly for the Division 1A match between Suburbs and Pirongia. Live on a separate link, folks, you'll find under the live tab.